Good afternoon guys, and welcome back to another monthly market analysis video. Apologies for the lack of videos last week, but we are back this week and it's going to be on the FTSE 100. I gave a video about a month ago on the FTSE 2021 forecast. I'm going to revisit that but give the current standpoint from a fundamental and technical view. Now the FTSE's been enjoying a really great week so far. It's actually sitting at around 6,780 at the moment. I'm going to be giving my opinion on how this could continue, as the UK economy actually has a feeling of optimism surrounding it since the start of February really. Okay, so let's look at the fundamentals from a month ago and compare them to now. And I spoke about the vaccine rollout and the optimism around vaccines a month ago, and the main news was that the vaccines that we have available here in the UK, they were found to be effective against the new variants of COVID, which is a big worry at the time. As a result, we had a really nice weekly bullish candle, and I explained that in the video. Roll the clock forward 1 month-ish, 3 weeks. The UK has now vaccinated 15 million people. Now that's a huge amount of people, and people can say what they want about the UK's reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic, but the vaccine programme has been pretty successful so far. And Boris Johnson actually has followed this news up by saying he plans for an irreversible easing of coronavirus restrictions. This has helped the buoyant mood in the markets, and this easing could come as early as the 8th of March, where we see schools reopening again. And this is all just great reason to be optimistic about business opportunities in the UK, businesses who have clearly been struggling. And I'm, barring any news about a new variant which no one knows about, this is only all pointing to a positive outcome in the FTSE 100, especially with it being so undervalued. And I just wanted to touch on the FTSE outperformance over the last week or so, being down to these sharp moves higher in commodities such as your copper, your platinum and your oil. They all hit multi-month highs. It's really good for stocks. And I often release videos on oil, so check them out as well. And just lastly, I wanted to touch on the fact that the FTSE has, I've said this many times, but the FTSE has room for improvement. It's been lagging behind the likes of the S&P and the DAX. They're all printing new highs where we're still miles off of new highs for FTSE. So it shows the mess we really were in. But if we come out the other side, the growth in the FTSE market, I believe, will be more rapid than what we're seeing in the DAX, where it's already printing new highs, and the NAS and the S&P. So yeah, they're the fundamentals for the FTSE, guys. Comparing them from last month to a month on, we are really in a good spot. Okay, so moving on to the chart, and I just want to touch on what I said 3 weeks ago on the weekly chart. And I said, like many of us could, it wasn't some big bold prediction, but we were in a nice clear uptrend. And what I did mention specifically was filling some price inefficiency. We did break some of the price inefficiency, but we did have a few weeks of downside, and I'll play this out on the daily chart so you can see the levels that I said and what happened there. My view on the weekly chart is even stronger, aiming for this daily order block at 7345. There'll be a bit of noise in between there, as a minimum 7,000, but that's more of a lower time frame target. It's still clear inefficiency to be filled. Nice upward channel. We won't touch too much on that because it's clear to see. Now the daily chart, I'm just going to run it back to the 21st of January, which is when I recorded the video. And when I've done this video, I mentioned, if I just zoom in so you can see a bit clearer, I mentioned two key daily levels really, and this was one of them. And the other one, which was a bit more aggressive, was around here. These were the two daily order blocks I had. We had a break of structure, a break of this high. It had already been tested, so it would have required a bit of patience to wait for it. And I did mention that on the video. We also have this more aggressive entry, which broke these highs here. Valid entries. So let's have a look at what happened with the price. And this is where we are now. So as you can see, this order block was actually invalidated. It broke through. But we did have this level still holding up as a nice key support level. Really would have been a nice entry. We've had some nice bullish structure since then. Where we are at the moment is we are yet to see a break of these highs. at around 7,000. What I would like to see is price run up and break these highs, and then we'll be buying off the retest again like we always do. Let's move on to the 4-hour chart, because I want to give a more of an intraday position. So as you can see, we have had some really nice upside since it's not really been that long. It's like 3 days or so. And if I just add in relative strength index indicator, you can see just how the fundamentals took over really. We had price trading at around, if we look at the relative strength index close around 83, so a pullback, I mean, is absolutely necessary in terms of balancing the market between buyers and sellers. I've mentioned this before, but buying the market now would really be seen as a FOMO trade. We do have prices likely to fall back and give us more of a fair value. I'm looking at this level from where the move started. This is at around 6,550, would be a really nice discount level. But target levels, I see absolutely no reason at the moment why, after this change in trend, why we can't reach for around 7,000, which is our take profit 1. I could see this level being mitigated within the next week or 2 weeks. That's how buoyant the market mood is at the moment. This is our real clean target. However, I would like to stress, as I said, that we are in overbought territory, as you can see, and so a pullback would be necessary. I'll just quickly add in moving average. A 20-day moving average, and look, we're trading quite a far away from it, so this all makes sense for just the natural pullback. It's not, there wouldn't be much volume in the pullback. It's just more that it's necessary for it to happen before we can make our move to the upside. And I'll just touch on the 1 hour as well. Again, we were in overbought territory. We've come right back, and if you notice that it hasn't taken a lot of pullback for the relative strength index to not be in overbought territory anymore, which is a key level. We are at this 20-day moving average on the 1 hour, so we could see a reaction off of that. Let's have a look to see. We can refine. This is our 4-hour order block. I mean, it can be refined. Oh, get rid of that. It can be refined into a bit of a lower level. And just from the way I trade, guys, this movement here, if you were trying to buy off of a dip, you're pretty much guessing, unless you have a different strategy to me, and that's absolutely fine. People obviously do. My strategy is I wait for it to come back into our discount levels. If it doesn't, I'll wait for the market structure to form again. And that's it really for today, guys. I'm heavily bullish on the FTSE market at the moment. The market mood is buoyant, as I've said. The fundamentals are pointing for a nice recovery. Don't be too forward. That doesn't mean just buy straight away. We wait for the market structure to form. But as always, please like and subscribe to these videos. Share them with anyone who you think would benefit from it. Any questions on the video, you can message me on my Instagram above me. Other than that, guys, or you can drop a comment on the video, sorry. But other than that, see you all for the next video, which will be on Thursday.